Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I'm the Humble Gamer. This is some more of Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. Last time we managed to eventually solve some Mayan puzzle. I was closer than I thought, but I was very tired and I did it, and so I didn't quite give. Well, I did eventually give up, but my brain wasn't really there. And now we're going to investigate the murder of Zacharias Stokes. And mounted on the photograph of the Guatemala expedition. We know that. Now, I've gone out the flat, but I'm not sure I needed to, because Watson said something about wanting to investigate something that was going on. That's Kate's room, which is private. That's the message that I will be killed probably. So I'm not sure what the game is expecting me to
has
do.
no connection to Watson's medical practice.
Well, fingers crossed it does.
I do hope that bone has no
That's just
connection to
repeating
Watson's
dialogue.
medical
Cool.
practice. My analysis table. It's useful for my work. My analysis table.
But we don't need it right now because we did the analysis and we found out that there's something happened in Guatemala, basically. But I'm not entirely certain what the game wishes me to do next, because I know that in the dialogue section that we've just had, there's a person with a swollen eye. I'll ask Sir Charles, but who knows what he'll say. So I'm supposed to go and ask Sir Charles. John Watson is going to the hospital for tropical diseases. So presumably, if I go to Sir Charles, who I feel like is probably the murderer, because I'm not buying the idea that the statue actually came to life. Sherlock Holmes has dealt with a lot of occult stuff in his time, or seemingly occult stuff, and it never actually turns out to be as occult as he thinks it is. What I haven't done, though, for this episode so far is put my light on my face. So do bear with me while I sort that out in the professional manner of which you have become accustomed to on this channel, which is basically in full view of the audience. There we go. Now you can actually see what I call a face. So, right, so we need to go to the club. It might run a little slow, just because I've got something rendering in the background. Let's have a look at deductions. Any more deductions I can do? Don't think so. Yeah, I think those are all the ones we've got right now. So there's not. Yes, there's not a lot of. Oh, we're here. I deduced my way to the bowling club. Bowls club, not bowling club. If I can help with Mr. Holmes.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
I mean, do you know any tropical disease experts? That would help. Or do you know anything about tropical diseases? That would help even more. Right, Sir Robert. Sir Charles, even. Oh, I don't know, some Sir. What happened in Guatemala?
I found this photograph on your wall. You're in it, but do you know who these men are? Particularly the gentleman with the swollen eye.
Oh, him. But that's poor Mr. Albeit. He died from fever during an expedition to Guatemala.
Mr.
14 years
Albeit?
ago. We were searching a Mayan Quiche temple, but everything went wrong. We were unable to enter the temple, and the expedition ended in disaster. I'm here, and here is Zacharias, and there is Bernard Marley, another member. He's over there, near the pedestal. By the way, he's the fellow who built that terrible statue. He created it, must have been 10 years ago.
Where's Albiet's
Albeit
collection?
was a club member. Where is his collection?
Well, the devil if I know. We never did locate it.
Well, I can deduce something. Yeah. Ah, okay. The curse of Tecun Uman is... Okay, stop doing that. Thank you. Very nice. You finished rendering the thing I need you to render. That's lovely. Can I get on with my game now? Thank you ever so much. Curse of Tecun Uman is real and is aimed towards the expedition members. The curse doesn't exist. It's the human interpretation of events. I think that. I don't think it's a curse. Oh. Sir Charles is aware of the curse. He had a perfect opportunity. Sir Charles is unaware of the existence of the curse. Opportunity to make him a murderer. No, Sir Charles is aware and he had the perfect opportunity. Oh. Ah. But that creates a logical fallacy, which means that Sir Giles desired Greystoke's death in order to obtain and sell off his collection. Aha. Sir Charles is guilty. Sir Charles Ellingham was the killer. He took advantage of the curse's legend in order to kill Zacharias Greystoke, and so obtaining the dead man's antique collection. Sir Charles merely imagined the statue running to cover his crime. I'm going to continue the investigation for now, because we haven't got all the facts yet. We don't know who this other dude is. With the facts we've got, Sir Charles is guilty, and I personally think Sir Charles is guilty, but I personally am not Sherlock Holmes.
Poor Sir Charles. A crime at his club, it's a terrible thing.
Learn more about Bernard Marley.
Mr. Bernard Marley, I presume. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have to ask you about an expedition to Guatemala.
Shh, not here. It's too dangerous. I'll give you my card. Visit me there where we can talk.
Okay. I will do that. And we're going to Grub Street. I think it said 8 on the card. 8 Grub Street. So yeah, the current facts we've got point to Sir Charles being guilty. Now, I agree with that. But like all good detective cases, there are other versions of the facts that could be true. So let's get all the evidence we can before going to him. Although Holmes does this a lot, he knows like a million years in advance of everybody. Two, number 4, number 6 presumably. Where the hell is Grub Street? Are we on Grub Street? And this is number 8.
Sorry, I'm working. I can't open the door.
You're not working that hard, then, are you? So, are we actually on Grub Street for a start? Because this says Keaton Street. And we don't need Keaton Street, we need Grub Street. So where the hell is Grub Street? So yes, we're on Keaton Street. Is this Grub Street? That's Keaton Street. Still Keaton Street. Possum Street. So still Possum Street. Where the hell is Grub Street?
Excuse me, where is Grub Street?
Thank you.
I don't know.
You don't know. Lovely. Grub Street I don't think exists. Gumbold Row.
Excuse me, where is Grub Street?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's the street going up the hill, not far from here.
Street going up the hill. If I was a hill, It'll be this way. Yeah, basically no one knows where this place is, and I think it might be a lie. I think this whole thing is lies. Cranny Street.
Cranny Street.
If this is the street, this is the street going up the hill, isn't it? So.
Grub Street.
Grub Street. So we can't go that way. Number 3. Number 6. Number 2, number 4. I'm sure it said 8. This would be number 8, so.
Hello there, my man. Is your boss in?
Ah, he's in his office. It's the door near the female statue in the corner of the workshop.
Okay. Also, the levels in this game are very, very beautifully detailed. They're really well done.
Something large and heavy was dragged here.
Yes, possibly a large Mayan statue. That would make the most sense to me.
Mr. Holmes, you must forgive my escape at the club. It wasn't a safe place to talk.
And it's safer here.
Yes, better here. Not my office. I have secured my foundry, you know.
Reassuring. Did you know Zacharias Greystoke, the victim?
Yes, he was a brave friend. Such good karma until yesterday.
Let's have a look at this guy. What have we got? Dirty collar, negligent. Amulets, protective charms, so he does believe in curses. Leather patches, leans frequently on the desk. Greasy hands, smell of oil. Spectacles, required for close work, I think. Injured finger. Oh, intricate work or works with rough objects. If he's doing intricate work, I think. Character portrait complete. Yes, got it all right. Lovely. Not yet 45 years of age, he's a foundry director and a member of the archaeological club. He is negligent and most likely lives alone. A superstition man, as indicated by many amulets upon his person. It is clear that he spends a great deal of time seated at his office desk and working with sharp items and mechanical oil. His work requires concentration and he requires spectacles for close work.
Do you
Photograph.
recognize the unwell man in this photograph?
By Jove, albeit. Yes, that's him. The poor fellow met his end in Guatemala. He was struck down by a terrible disease.
You were friends?
Not really, but he was an active member and a courageous man. Too courageous. You can't fight against the Quiche gods.
And what of the expedition? You were seeking a Mayan temple?
Yes, the temple of Tecun, Uman. Another one of Charles's stupid ideas. We found it, but there was some kind of strange force that prevented us from entering. An evil aura. It was Tecun Uman's emanation. We could all feel it. Albeit its disease worsened suddenly, there was nothing we could do. And now, with Zacharias' death, the curse has reawakened.
After 14 years.
Prophecies are timeless, even in the beyond. There is no escape.
Tell me about
Did
this prophecy.
Zacharias believe in the prophecy?
It is not a matter of belief, don't you understand? Zacharias was convinced that we could stop the curse by studying the calendar. What insanity! He sent me a message. He wanted us to visit the club and try to convince Charles to remove the calendar from the awards ceremony.
But you didn't go.
I knew Charles would refuse. Anyway, studying the calendar wouldn't help. Tecun Uman is far too powerful.
Okay,
Your
Charles.
relationship with Charles Yellingham is...
Not friendly. Well, it is reciprocal. You know, most of his expeditions are failures because he is too focused on his hypothetical career to be in politics.
He has political ambition.
That would be an understatement. He has ambitions for the House of Lords, and the club is his means of achieving this.
Right,
It's
okay.
also the reason for his disastrous management. But he still succeeds in finding money. I wonder how.
Tell me about Tecun Uman.
What's your opinion on Tecun Uman's statue having disappeared?
I don't know, but I have nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Well, you created the statue.
But in fact you do. You made the statue.
That's true. But it was 10 years ago. You can't blame me for that.
Don't you think so? After all, it is the statue that is responsible for killing.
No! It's Tecun Uman. But who could imagine that a simple statue replica would be chosen by Tecun Uman? Nobody. I have to leave you now. I've got paperwork to do. And we've spoken too much. He could hear us. Tecun Uman. Well, goodbye then.
That wasn't especially helpful, but... doesn't really give us much to go on, but again, Sir Charles is still guilty by my book, and apparently by Sherlock's. Learn more about Bernard Marley. I'm going to speak to his.
A furnace for melting metal.
Thank you.
Fresh scratches. A drawing of Tecun Uman. A drawing. No oxidation. This metal arm has never been outside. It's not part of the bowling club statue.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
I'm sure you are. You're too busy to notice me just wandering round your foundry.
Horse of Pedro Alvarado. He was a conquistador, I believe.
I believe it's pronounced conquistador. Right, so there's definitely going to be something to be found in this factory, isn't there? Let's be honest here.
Sorry, I'm too busy to chat.
Ah, you have the same voice as the man over there. Isn't this reassuring? Just all the coal and stuff. There's going to be stuff here, I reckon.
There were 2 large boxes.
Yes. There were 2 large boxes.
This mechanism is quite modern. All the gears are of good quality. Strange to find it in a foundry. 2 large boxes which were inside the warehouse. They were taken to Bernard Marley's office. It's probable that the missing crates contained pieces of Tecun Uman's statue.
Yeah.
Marley is hiding something inside his office. I'll have to visit it, but at night, and with Watson.
Right. Break into Miley's office at night. Okay. So I'll pop back to Baker Street. Yeah, everything is still pointing at. Everything is still pointing at Sir Charles being guilty. But I just want to get. I want to get all the facts. I want to make sure we get this one right. I've already made an enemy in the first case. Don't want to make an enemy in the second one. Besides, any evidence I can find will only help the case. Thank you. I'm hoping I can get it all done in this episode, because ideally I can speak to Watson, we can break in, we can find the stuff we need, and then we never have to speak of this again. Oh.
Caitlin's at Miss Alice's playing the piano. She disobeyed me.
Well, Holmes, I was inspired to... Oh, look here. The postman has made a mistake.
Bastard.
He delivered a letter addressed to Miss Alice.
Ah,
What a
you mistook
bastard.
221B for 221C. Give it to me,
Oh, but-
Watson.
Holmes is irritable today.
What are you going to do with it, Holmes?
I need to finish here first.
Perform analysis on the... I mean, this is illegal. What we're about to do is illegal. I want you to... I want that...
I can't help myself. I must open this letter. I need to turn on the gas burner first.
Right, turn on the gas burner. While that boils, we can steam open the letter. Yeah, that's illegal.
I need to open it with something sharp.
Yeah, all of this is illegal. You can't just open someone else's mail. That's not a thing you're allowed to do in this country. You finally did it. You've moved and settled yourself next to him. You are a bold one. He will fascinate you, but be cautious of him all the same. I'm right to tell you that I found your father's boat. It's quite damaged, but still afloat. You can use it if you wish. You must know that your father was like a brother to me. If there's anything in any way that I can do to help, please let me know, whatever risk it may
Miss
involve.
Alice planned to live here because of me. I need to have a talk with her as soon as possible.
Yes, that is intriguing.
I need something to apply the glue.
Yes, because we're going to glue this back together, aren't we? Because, yeah, if you're going to commit a crime, at least do it right.
That's it.
Don't stop playing, Kate. I'm going to take some air on the balcony for a few minutes.
I need to speak with Miss Alice first. She's on the balcony.
Do we share a balcony? No, we are next to each other there.
How about telling me why you came here in the first place?
Mr. Holmes, why do you ask? I hardly think that I'm accountable to you.
Since you extended an invitation to my daughter against my wishes, I believe that you are.
So said the father, cloaked in all his severity. My word, you almost frightened me.
You won't say that. Very well. Ask Caitlin to come home now.
Oh, poor child, let her play. Such insouciance. So useful for covering up disturbing secrets. And since you intend to hide the truth from her...
What?
We all have our secrets.
You...
But don't worry, Mr. Holmes. Caitlin is a sensitive child, and I like her enormously.
Alice, come back in. I can do it. See? You're wonderful.
I like to think that the feeling is mutual. We wouldn't want her to know of your secret, or for her to be unhappy. I have to go inside now.
Silent in shock. Good caption. This Holmes is quite an emotional Holmes.
Ah, Holmes, I entirely forgot. There's a man corresponding to the photograph who is a regular visitor at the Hospital for Tropical Diseases. His name is James Byron.
Are you sure? That's fantastic.
And we can visit him, but you should disguise yourself first. I'll introduce you as my colleague.
Okay. Another disguise. Let's make ourselves look like a doctor, shall we? There's an outfit called Doctors. Doctor outfit, there we go. Yep, and then ja, welcome as a good doctor, yeah? My apologies to everybody. Visit the Hospital of Tropical Diseases, we'll do that. Then at night we can break in with Watson. I mean, I think at some point I think, Holmes, we should talk to Watson about this. Because we haven't mentioned him. And we kind of need him for this one. Well, let's do Tropical Diseases first. See how this goes.
Oh, Dr. Watson, may I help you?
Hello, Baird. My colleague and I are here to see Mr. Byron.
Ah.
Oh, I skipped.
Patients visit this department for treatment and then return home.
Right, okay, cool.
This should be the right place.
May I help you?
Our man might be here, right. Mr. Byron? Are you Mr. Byron?
That isn't our man.
That's not him. Lovely. Well, this could be. He's got an eye patch and no arm.
Mr. Byron?
More doctors? Please. I've just received my treatment. I need to rest a while before I leave.
Let's have a look. Medical ban, disease, die. Yep. Red marks on neck. Marks of disease, I reckon. If he has been bound in chains, you know. Smell of opium, opium den, yep. Crowded markets. Right arm is missing, cripple. I think he has been bound in chains? No, I'm going to get their marks of disease. That makes the most logical sense. Yeah, but does it? In precise character portrait, I wonder what I missed. Never mind.
We would like to ask you some questions about an expedition that took place 14 years ago.
An expedition? What expedition? You're wrong, I've never left London.
What's
Is
this?
it not you in this photograph from Guatemala?
Guatemala? Tecun, man! Dr. Baird! Come here quickly, I don't feel well!
What on earth is going on? Please, calm down. I'm sorry, my dear colleagues, but Dr. Brunt is waiting to give Mr. Byron a private consultation. You can wait here.
Well, that's definitely him.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Weren't you paying attention? We have to wait, but we'll take advantage of the situation.
Let's have a look around his stuff.
This address is almost invisible.
Hospital for Mr. Byron. Dr. Williams, please confirm your appointment on the 25th of November. Please aim to arrive early in the morning. We can get an address out of that.
He recently purchased Chinese tobacco.
Chinese tobacco?
Our man passed by a circus.
Yes. Presumably, if he
You're
comes
still
back.
here?
Yes, we're
Obviously.
waiting.
We're waiting for Mr. Byron. Is he not with you?
No, the gentleman left directly after his consultation. Oh, he forgot to collect his belongings.
Holmes, it seems that Albeit has escaped.
Obviously. And he knows that we are aware of his true identity. Quickly. I know how to find him.
Do you? How? Search the map. Right, so let's get back to Baker Street and search the map. So we've made good progress. Let's continue. I'm glad I didn't just say, yeah, we've definitely got him.
Thanks to the information I obtained at the hospital, I can now deduce where Albeit is hiding.
Okay.
We know that Albeit paid a visit to an opium den, a crowded market, and a circus. He also purchased some Chinese tobacco.
Yes.
Let's find a place in London where all four elements are close together.
So looking for all four in close proximity with each other. It's going to be around the centre, isn't it? Aha.
Now we need to find a street name ending in O-O-K.
OK Street. Brook Street?
It is 21D Brook Street. Watson, I believe we found Albeit's flat.
Right. I will quickly get changed and then we shall go to Albeit's flat, see what happens there, and then we shall call that for tonight, I think. Overcoat. And Holmes doesn't look right bald. There we go, lovely. Let us crack on to Albeit's house. He's still reading that Practical Motherhood and Parent Craft book. I'd have thought by now he'd have finished it, what with him being Sherlock Holmes. But then, you know, the heck do I know? Other than the fact that Charles Ellingham is the murderer, which I figured out at the start. It was one of the first things I said in this case. I think the first time I met him I was like, he's the murderer.
Help! Do you hear that? Quick, we have to open this door.
The door's too strong and the lock is too solid to break with bare hands. The door's too strong and the lock is too solid to break with bare hands.
Right, that's fine. Give me an axe.
Help!
Bosh. I feel like this is a vaguely timed puzzle. I mean, we could probably kick that down now, surely. Oh, that's it. That's got to be it, hasn't it? Whoa! Nicely done, Watson. Oh! Oh, I got hit in the face. There we go, lovely. Duck, there we go.
Those curtains could block the attacker's view once they're closed.
Duck. Oh.
If I cut those ropes, the curtains will fall and block the attacker's view.
Okay, so how am I going to do that then? Oh.
I need something sharp to cut those ropes. I need something sharp to cut those ropes.
Oh, hello.
This table could serve as cover. Watson, I'll try to reach those curtains to close them. Cover me.
Okay, so I get to become Watson now. I was covering him. Run.
Watson, cover me.
Damn it. Okay, now we're getting quick time events and I'm starting to get annoyed by the technicality of this game. This is... okay, ignoring the quick time events, this is an okay sequence, fair enough. Oh, come on! Come on, I've got to do that again.
Watson, cover me.
Keep covering me, Watson. Keep covering me. 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 Get me to there, and then bosh. Curtains down. Okay, that was a glorified QuickTime event, but whatever. Great, so now he's just throwing priceless artifacts at us.
Watson, come here. He's behind the screen.
Ooh. Yeah.
Our attacker escaped through this skylight.
So that's some sort of circus performer there.
Our assailant escaped using this rope.
So that doesn't necessarily help us right now. But that's okay. So far we're still pointing at Sir Charles, which is as expected.
A statue was once here. Now it's missing. It appears that the missing statue may have escaped via the window in the roof. The iron mounting rod is broken. The surface is damaged.
Yes. Okay, let's finish this room off and then we'll...
No! Don't kill me!
Calm down. It's over now. It's gone.
You? Oh. But why are you here? You're not doctors, are you?
No.
No.
Well, you're half right. Shall we remove these masks? Your true name is Albeit, is it not? You were a member at Charles Yellingham's club.
Yes, I was.
What happened?
Can you tell us what happened here?
After your visit at the hospital, I quickly returned home. I was lying there on the sofa and felt an evil presence in the room.
An evil presence?
Never mind. It's probably the fever.
Or perhaps a living statue?
Yes. It was one of the double statues. I saw its shadow. I believed that it was searching for me, that it wanted to kill me. It was horrible.
As in Zacharias' murder, the statue came to life when its intended victim appeared in front of it. I must examine your residence. It may hold some clues. Tell us about your expedition to Guatemala 14 years ago.
It was in my former life.
What really happened there? You were said to have died.
Yeah.
I was ill with a terrible fever. I asked them to leave me there. I can't remember how. I only have flashes of memory. But by some miracle, I survived. I left an eye and one arm behind. It took me time, but at last I managed to return to London.
Why do you use a false name?
That expedition signaled the end of my career, and my very life as I'd known it. I changed my name and my address. Now I'm weak and useless and alone. I'm a walking dead man.
Not for long.
Perhaps this was it. It was my curse to fade away little by little. Tecun Uman's revenge.
You are aware of Zacharias' murder, are you not?
Yes, and quite aptly I read that he was killed with a spear.
Aptly?
Well, he practiced archaeology almost as though it were a sport, seeking adrenaline. Imagine his state of adrenaline when he died, him being the prey.
And who would have been the hunter?
Tecun Uman? Whoever, whatever. It'll soon be over for me at any rate.
There's a locked door on the first floor. May I have the key for it?
All right, but there's nothing interesting inside.
I'll be the judge of that. What have we got? Nothing new. Still everything is pointing at Sir Charles. Let's have a look around the rest of the residence. Like I said, I know this is a longer one, but I'm actually very much enjoying this game. And in particular, I like the fact that you're actually sleuthing, you actually have to think about it. Let's get inside this locked door, shall we? Nothing interesting. A child's
This
bed.
is very small. The interior seems well designed, but I cannot see it properly. 1894. This model was created after the expedition to Guatemala.
Lovely. Right, okay, so let's check inside this chest then. Got some letters. Brazil, Sao Paulo, April 14th, 1883. I, Claudio João Inácio da Silva, give full rights and freedom to albeit Dyke and Ba Udambo from this day forth for him and his descendants. Okay, slave liberation, so they were slaves. My love, I understand your pain, but please know that my decision was made only to protect you. How could I return to the real world? For if anyone should discover the terrible shame of my failed expedition and my enslavement, it would dishonour our son's name forever. It would be better that memory remains in Tecun Uman's temple. I came back to see you for the last time. I intend to die alone with my precious collections, my lifetime's result of archaeology. He's not posh, is he? This guy's got a Cockney accent. A friend of mine who is a bailiff will handle the sales. You will receive all their income. Please try not to be unhappy. My death will be a release. I've made arrangements for my burial. Goodbye to you, my dears. Hope you might forgive me and you are able to finally lead happy lives. My only wish. And a locket with presumably his wife.
Albiet's wife and son, I presume.
Yeah. We'll leave that there. We'll take the love letter, the heartfelt love letter, but we'll leave everything. But we'll leave the... I think there is something else to spot in here, you know.
This model forms a part of another, larger model.
Right, lovely. I do believe I've discovered everything. So I can speak to him now about those models and the picture, and then we can see what we've got.
There's a little bed in a small room. It's been used.
Well, it is for my son Gulliver. After my official death, my wife and he left for Glasgow. Upon my return, I installed this room.
So they know about you?
My boy Gulliver visits occasionally. But I wonder, what is a life of a crippled father? They will lose me again.
Mr. Albeit, what is this?
How? It's impossible. How did you find it?
Answer me.
17 years ago, I built a model of Tecun Uman's temple. We stored it inside the club's globe before leaving for the expedition. I've no idea if it's still there.
Right.
While in Guatemala, I had dreams about a missing part. A pyramid. Then, when we entered the temple, I experienced vivid visions.
Wait a minute. You entered the temple?
Well, yes, we did. And we found the pyramid from my visions. But I was too weak. I was unable to solve the mystery of its entrance. I failed there. I always wanted to understand why. So upon my return...
You rebuilt this final part according to your visions and...
Nothing. But I'm dying, and at least my son will see that I did my best to complete my life's work.
Got a lot of stuff to link together here. It's possible to complete the temple model. Oh. Albeit it could only build the model of the final pyramid if he managed to gain entry. It wasn't necessary in order to construct the model. He could use his imagination. He could use his imagination, I think. Testimony of Charles Bernard are contrary to albeit. However, none of them wish to talk about the temple. Everything at the moment is still pointing towards... Oh! Some small stature, perhaps, albeit son, could pass through the tiny window in the roof. Son is innocent, a small child, not have sufficient strength or cunning. Albeit is lying about his son, the bed could have belonged to someone of small stature, could also be the murderer. But albeit went to a circus, which, yeah, But then he's unaware of the existence of a curse, which means opportunity doesn't make him a murderer. Which would suggest that the suspect is small. And that means that he could, that means that. Oh, okay. Alrighty. I just need to break into Marley's office at night with Watson, but we'll do that in the next episode. So, thank you ever so much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out the game in the description below. Check out the links to other stuff I've done in the description below. Check out the annotation on the screen you're about to see. Thank you ever so much for watching. I was me, that was Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye.
We'll tell you what's forward. Keep going forward now. You've knocked the wall over.
I fucking know. My mouse... The only reason I'm not turning is my mouse has run out of battery. I can't. Oh, you gotta.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire! He's off fire!
Fucking battery!